Ecowood.
It's just not that much fun. Women's sports are good here, though. So, look, I can just dream. I'm living through both of you right now in those hopes. And look, right now in talks of the Dallas Cowboys here, we got to get to it. The word when, right? When is the only word I can think of when I think of you, right? Because I'm thinking, when is Dak getting done? When is CD getting done? When is Micah getting done? When is Mike McCarthy getting done? When? So when will we have some answers here, Stephen?
Well, those things take time, and we're talking about deals here. When you're talking about CD and Dak, and somebody like a Micah coming up. I mean, you're talking about two players that aren't quarterbacks that feel like they, ought to be a little bit like Jefferson, the top paid 9 quarterbacks in the league, and then of course you have Dak, who's obviously his resume speaks for itself. I think he was second MVP voting last year. Mm-hmm. He's just had an extraordinary career here in Dallas. And, those things just take time when you're talking about the amount of money involved. And, of course, we're trying to a little bit play Houdini and how to keep all these guys around Dak and keep these players we were fortunate enough to draft. And, when you start stacking them up like that, it's a challenge. It's not that it's not doable, but you certainly got to, have some give and take. If you want to do that. I know the Vikings there with Jefferson, when they, made that inordinate deal at the receiver spot, they don't have one player on their team other than Jefferson making over $20 million. And, of course, we got a big one in Dak, and we got Diggs right there, and then you got Zach Martin and D-Law. And so we got a lot of guys making, quite a bit of money. And, it's no excuses. We think we can get this done. Know we can get it done. But it just takes time.
Are you confident, Stephen, that you can get Dak done? Because, as you know, he's in the last year of his contract. Mike McCarthy's in the last year of his contract. Those are the two most important positions in all of sports, really. A head football coach and his quarterback, they're both going into sort of lame duck years. And what happens if you can't get Dak done? Is there a deadline? Is he going to set it? Do you guys have a deadline to be set?
Well, the answer to that question is we are optimistic. That we can get these guys done. I know Dak, our goal is to get him done. He knows that. We're having conversations and, with his agent, with Dak personally, both Jerry and myself. And he knows our goal is to keep him here. He also understands the challenges. And, you see, what happens to teams when you do have these high-priced quarterbacks. At some point, it's a challenge to keep everybody. Obviously, the Chiefs are an example of that, but they were able to, survive not keeping Tyreek Hill and, some other top players.
Holmes.
One top corners in the league go this year, after this season. So, you have to make some tough choices along the way, but we're optimistic that we can do that. And we'll continue to grind away on that. I know. Between fans and media, that's your job, is to ask when and can you and what happens if you don't. But, our eyes on the ball and in terms of getting these things done, and we're not thinking about what happens if you don't. We're trying to get the job done.
Internally, you must laugh a little bit of all the different ways we try to get you to give us an answer. But from you've made it really clear. Going back to you and I having that conversation at the league meetings in October in New York, and we were just right outside the hotel just chatting about Dak, and you just had such a confident look in your face, like, we believe in Dak. Dak's the guy. Why are you asking me these annoying questions? He's the guy. And it sounds like that is still the same sentiment in Dallas. And you guys do feel really optimistic this is getting done.
I think at the end of the day, a lot of people want to, somewhat be critical of the organization, of Jerry and myself, of Coach McCarthy, of our team. And, of course, Dak being the quarterback gets the brunt of it. You know that, Chase, of our success in the playoffs. But at the same time, you got to.
Don't talk about
certainly
playoffs.
Recognize that we've won 36 regular season games in 3 years, which, of course, we're playing 17 now. I think the Patriots may have done that, doing it 16 games on a 3-year run. But, we're having really great success in the regular season, and there's no question. I understand the criticism from our fans. I understand criticism from media. We all understand that. in terms of not winning the big game in the playoffs. And we certainly got to take that next step. I know we could go out there and no one's assuming anything and win, have another great regular season. And no one's going to give, and they shouldn't, no one's going to, really give, hey, they're going to get it done this time until they see it. And we understand that. We put ourselves in that position with, our playoff winning percentage. And we do have to take that next step, but I certainly believe we can do it.
You guys are one of the best organizations, without a doubt, at scouting players, drafting well. Your rosters every single year are filled with so much talent. But what's the philosophy in regards to the contracts, right? Because now, look, we're headed into camp. This is all we're talking about. All eyes are on, can these deals get done? Some would argue, why didn't you guys do these earlier? So how do you guys go about your business financially behind the scenes?
Well, we're just now to the point where we can do a CD and a Micah. And, certainly you want to see these things play out. And certainly,
and a Micah.
A lot of times you want to make sure, certainly CD had his breakout year this year. In terms of, really having a mega year in terms of his numbers and his statistics. And, of course, Micah just became eligible. And, of course, we've done a deal with that.
To Martin Holman.
After that, we've done Diggs. We got him done early. And, unfortunately, when you're paying these quarterbacks the kind of money these teams are having to pay them, and it's not just a handful of them. There's, Chase, you followed, I'm sure, there's 12 to 16 guys that are making $40+ million, and then you're restricted to paying 5 or 6 guys. And believe me, it doesn't feel good to watch a Badaz leave the organization. It doesn't feel good to watch.
It doesn't feel good to write that
these
check.
Guys that we drafted and developed and playing at a good level walk away. But unfortunately, we can't do that. Now the good news is we feel like we've done a good job of drafting again, and you get the Guytons of the world and the BBs of the world and a Nealon who's a pass rusher. You got to keep bringing these guys in because that's where you get the relief under the cap, is having your young guys play at a high level and play right away.
Yeah, Stephen, last question here. You brought it up in your earlier answer, and you had mentioned 17 games. Obviously, I was a part of the league for a while. 16 games was the norm. Last couple of years, it's 17. Eventually, it's going to go to 18. What are your personal thoughts and the Cowboys' thoughts on this 18-game season versus what the players are having to endure and put their body through right now?
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's a great point, Chase. I'm on the competition committee. We've talked about this, knowing that it's probably inevitable. It's certainly
because we want more money.
At the end of the day, the players, enjoy the compensation that's coming their way, and they get, for the most part, half of every revenue dollar that comes through the door. And
48%.
So certainly getting paid well. We all know when we go to 18 games, the revenue is going to jump, and certainly should only help in terms of the money available to pay players and, get players the compensation. I do think, to your point, Chase, is, whether you're a general manager, whether you're the head coach, whether you're a coach, there's going to be some strategy in terms of taking care of your players, in terms of, how you manage through your full 53-man roster, how many guys can be up and available. All those are just very, great questions in terms of, how you manage through a season if it ultimately goes to 18. Obviously, that has to be bargained with the union. And it'll be, a great conversation because no one wants to protect our players and have them up and healthy than the National Football League and the 32 individual teams. We all know at the end of the day, you want your best players up and healthy playing for the championships when you get to the playoffs. And, I think Coach McCarthy, our head coach, is one of the best at managing our team in terms of keeping them healthy, keeping them upright, keeping them feeling good as the season progresses. And, it'll be something that we'll have to continue to manage. Certainly we have the technology this day and time to manage, pretty much every step they're taking from the time they come in the facility. We know, how much energy is going out and, how much their output is. And what we need to do.
Is he baffling us with bullshit?
Feeling good, having their body in the best possible way it can be to manage them through the 18 games. And, if you're fortunate in the NFL, certainly the playoffs.
Have the Cowboys started talking strategy on what an 18-game season could look like? Because the next time...
All right, we're on to the 18-game season. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes, of course. Joe Boo is still at the Red Brick House holding it down. I got Joe Bear here, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods today. And I have to say, wow. This is great because, I've been at the Red Brick House for so much time that it's rare that I'm here, at home. It's very rare that I get a chance to do my live streaming here. And, I've been away for so long, I think I need to do a mic check.
Mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. My mic sound nice, check three. Are you ready?
Are you ready, Mike? When was the last time we got a chance to do a live stream together? It's been a while, man.
You saw me last weekend.
I know, but you weren't.
Saw me last weekend.
But you weren't on the live stream, were you? No, I'm just saying for the fans out there, man. What's been going on in Michael Anthony world?
Work.
Lots of work.
That's
okay,
that's what's been going on. It's work.
I hear you on that one.
More work.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with paying the rent, man. All right, so we're about to get started into training camp, and I have to say to Martin Holman, shout out to Martin Holman. You reminded me that we've got a whole bunch of these autograph plaques.
Yeah, we got more right over there.
Look, look at this one. Okay, this one is Randy White, and since we're going to training camp in like 2 weeks, we're going to be giving away, this will be training camp money so we can see if we can get up there with Stephen Jones. So anybody who does, we'll give it away on Monday night. Or maybe we'll do it Sunday. We'll give it away on Sunday. Any new channel members, any super chats will get you entered into the drawing for that. Dante Costa, I am finally able to get back and become a channel member. Shout out to you, Dante. I appreciate that. Let me say hello to all the ladies in the place. I saw Gina Dallas Diva in the house. The girls run this. Angelica Barone, who's got a new profile picture on Facebook. What's up, Angelica? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up, Daniel? How are you doing? James Snyder, Jeff Lee, Ryan in the house, Dwayne Sweeney, Kid Cowboy. I noticed, I thought you were just getting on my nerves, but it seems like I saw Mike Fisher getting pissed off at you last week or so. You're just a pain in the ass, aren't you? You just like to stir shit up, don't you? Alan Williams up in here. There's Roland's review. What's up, Stacy? Byron B, Derek Young, Jeff Lee, Dwayne Sweeney. Game Time Brian. Well, damn, Game Time. I thought you were beach blanket bingoing for a wedding this evening. Didn't expect to see you here. I got a bone to pick with you too, bro. But we'll get back to that one later on. And what bullshit are we talking about, Gina? Is that Stephen Jones bullshit? Did I get everybody? I got Angelica Barone. I got Gina Dallas Diva. I got Roland's review. Everybody, I hope everybody's doing good. Mike, I got to ask you, because we haven't had that much time to talk lately and all that. How do you feel about the Cowboys right now? Are you actually interested in watching any games this year?
They haven't done nothing to make me excited.
Nothing? Are you still a Cowboys fan?
Of course I am.
I'm just asking. I mean, you're not excited, but I mean, I thought. See, here's where it's kind of crazy to me this year is. It seems like Martin Holman. Wow. Martin, I hope you had a good week of work, though. I appreciate that, man. Usually by now, people start getting excited, because training camp, look, it's always ugly in the off season. It's always the Dallas Cowboys. They're choke artists. They don't do anything to help themselves and everything. But then once we start getting the players ready to go out on the field, all that seems to be forgotten. We never get anybody. When was the last time we got somebody? I'll wait.
Probably Amari Cooper.
Yeah, Amari Cooper. Now there's rumors of should we trade for Amari because he's going to be holding out.
No.
That's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I don't want Amari Cooper.
Okay, but now you heard that. I got up this morning knowing I had to come up here because I got a job to do, and I heard Stephen Jones, over here on this brand new podcast, Scoop. Okay,
so
they're getting a scoop.
Is this another one of their shows?
Yeah, this is. It's not.
They got nothing but shows on their page.
That, and it's like on a daily basis. There's new podcasts and everything else, and YouTube channels. It's like, good Lord, you can't turn on the computer without finding a new Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel. I remember the days when it used to be Shango, Law Nation, Vosh Lombardi, myself, like my Cowboys family, and then of course there was Cop Pizzle, because Cop Pizzle's he's been hanging around forever. And it was like, that was it. There was no Dallas Cowboys YouTube. There was none.
Cop Pizzle's not Cowboys.
I know he's not, but I'm saying the Swamp Rat has been like around forever. He's been around like beginning when Shango was out there. So I'm just saying, listen, I have to give him props for longevity. Okay? Most people, after being a loser for that long, would have given up. Right?
I mean, they have done nothing since they beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
They haven't done anything since Joe Boo went to New York.
I'm saying since they beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, they haven't done nothing. It was
the next year that Joe Boo went to New York and put the curse on him. All right, so anyway, we hear Stephen Jones, and I got thinking about this because I was on the road, okay? When I drive, when I drive, I usually don't have the radio on, and I'm usually thinking, you know how it is, right? Because you've been on enough trips with me. And I start thinking, Lola, Miss Hot Sauce, what's up? It's so easy when I'm here because it's right there. It's right there. I can't get that one because my stream deck down in the Red Brick House is too small. I need to get a bigger one. I started thinking about what he said and wondering, is this a message that he's sending to Dak? Because, no, hold on. You're shaking your head, Mike.
He's not sending no message because what's going to end up happening is Dak Prescott is going to get overpaid, like he always does.
I didn't say that the message was going to go through, but he literally said he was, when you got players that are like this that you draft and you want to hold on to them in things, you got to be like Houdini. And now we're not talking about 5 minutes of funk Houdini, okay? We're not talking about that Houdini. We're talking about Harry Houdini, the musician, okay? Harry Houdini, the musician. Then here's what's kind of crazy, and I'm going to have to agree. There's Joanne Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? Shout out to all the ladies here. I started thinking about this, though. And Gina Dallas Diva, she kind of said it that this is bullshit. It's bullshit. Because here's the thing. I want you to think about this for a second, okay? If you got your calculator out there, okay? If you got your calculator out. Mike, you got your calculator? Okay, take 15,000. Actually, it's 15 million. I'm sorry. Take 15 million. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. No. Actually, let me get mine. I'll do it here. Let's take $17.8 million. So to make it easy, you can just go 17.8. 17.8. That right now is CeeDee Lamb's cap number for this year with the 5th-year option, right? Minus 8.6. That's $9.2 million, right? So remember that number, 9.2. The Cowboys, if they just use Justin Jefferson's contract, that's how much money they would save. That would be paying him $35 million a year annual salary using Justin Jefferson's contract, okay? So take that take that 8.6. That would be his contract number for this year. Justin Jefferson's contract number for the following year is 15.5. So add 8.6 plus 15.5. Okay? The third year of the deal, it is actually 38.5. Okay? So that's 62.6, right, Mike? Okay. Yep. Minus 9.2. Because that's how much money you're saving from this year that you're already having to spend, right? So you got 53.4, right? 53.4 is what it would cost you for CeeDee Lamb for the next 3 years. Now take that, divide by 3, and what do you get? 17.8. $17.8 million would be the average that you're actually paying each of the next 3 years. And if you decide after 3 years that you don't want CD anymore, that he's too expensive, you can let him walk with only a $14 million deadhead. Does $17 million sound like a lot for CeeDee Lamb?
It's a lot to me.
I mean, okay, but we're not.
That was the oranges, though. I wish I was getting that kind of money.
Yeah, you know what? I wish I was too. Just 1 year is all I need it for, but that's not what I'm talking about, okay?
I'll be sad if I got that kind of money for 1 year.
Here's the thing, good people, is you think about, oh my God, it's $35 million a year, man. The salary cap's only $254 million. How you gonna pay a guy $35?
How much of it's guaranteed or the bonus?
Well, that's the thing, is the prorations, the voidable years, and everything else. You can literally sign him and it will average $17 million a year. And what this would do is, that's too merch, Mark. Too merch. What do you mean?
What do you mean too merch?
Eagles, I'm scared of Philly. What is Eagle fan? What the hell are you talking about? I'm scared of Philly 500. I go every week on the Dan Saleo show with Philly 500 and end up getting two guys. I'm the one that shows up every week, dude. I show up every freaking week. Philly 500 is the one who missed the week before. You know, oh, it was my daughter's birthday. The other time, oh, my son's graduation. It wasn't high school. It was freaking elementary school, dude. Come on, man. Come on. And then you have the nerve to say, I'm scared? Bitch.
That man's scared to go to the Philly stadium.
Look, he's literally only like 6 hours away from Cowboys training camp. 6 hours away. I got to go all the way across the country. Got to get a car rental. Got to stay at a hotel so I can go. You gonna tell me I'm scared? And look, if Dan Saleo had already told him, listen, I get comped hotel rooms and everything else there. I got a place for you to stay if you don't want to do it in one day. Terrified of Philly 500. Man, get the fuck out of here.
He's the one that's scared to meet up with you.
Shit. He's a unanimous champ.
You had to give your range
Eagles,
check.
And you think you're brave. Mark ain't scared to know what. Oh, boy. It ain't as bad as the other Dallas guy. You know what's kind of... I don't understand this. I don't understand. Eagles fans, explain to me. You know, I'm here excited about my Dallas Cowboys, about to go to training camp. You know, I got, Stephen Jones, finally Catboy, finally talking about getting contracts done and clarifying.
But isn't that what they always do in training camp?
But no, but here's the thing.
They always do that in training camp.
Here it is. Eagle fans, they've got all kinds of new players and new coaches and things. You know, they got their own drama where Bill Belichick might be interested in coaching the Eagles, so they got their own coach that's on the hot seat. They got their own dinking and dunking quarterback that's a runner who can't seem to run now because he's got a hurt leg, who's got a new offensive coordinator. You would think that Eagle fans would be more vested in listening to what's going on with their own team than sitting here on a Friday night on a Dallas Cowboy channel. I don't understand this, because I certainly wouldn't waste my time on an Eagle channel. Now, I do go on the Dan Saleo show once a week for an hour, though. For comic relief and everything else.
It's different.
But I'm not sitting here thinking I'm doing something on a Dallas Cowboy channel when my team is about to go to training camp. I'm sorry, man. Bro, you need to get a life, man. You need to get a life. I'm sorry. If this is what you got on Friday night, man, you need to get a date. Go get out the house. Sorry, don't waste your time on a Dallas Cowboy channel. At least go to an Eagle one. Philly 500 wife wants wears the pants. You got that right. Mark's slaying games. Mark's slaying games be 100. Here's the thing. Here's what's crazy. Here's what's funny. And okay, getting back to all the emojis. Lola, while he holds kid right, he's. I don't want to say he's always got a. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, we won't go there. But yeah, you're right. He's always got a cat there. 8 years. How much more do you need to see? You know what, kid? You are just another. Why do I get all the annoying people, Mike? Why do I get it? He's a Cowboy fan, and he annoys everybody. Mike Fisher and everybody else. Everybody else is just like, shut the fuck up. Why? Why? Is their life that pathetic?
It must be.
Man.
Because Dak Prescott's life is good.
You have 3 wives. Okay. Is that the right hand and the left hand? And what's the third one? Okay. Now you guys got me off my game. So they're beginning to talk, okay? And they have an understanding, Dak supposedly, because we heard Dak at his camp last week, basically saying that we've talked and everything and all that.
Yeah, but he knows he's gonna get overpaid.
Well,
he's
but
like,
I think Stephen Jones is trying to say, listen, Dak, you need to leave some money on the table because I think that's what he's trying to say.
What about Patrick Mahomes?
Well, but Patrick Mahomes is kind of his deal. He signed that 10-year deal, which right now is chump change in comparison to.
But did he leave any money on the table at that time? And look what they've done since.
But he's also the best quarterback in football right now.
Yeah, after Tom Brady retired.
And even though his numbers aren't quite as high as they were before, the team around them is really good. The play calling is fantastic.
That's why he's one of the best quarterbacks. He got a good coach and he got a team around him. Put him on a trash team and see how good he plays.
He'll elevate the team.
Yeah, but are they winning Super Bowls every year, every other year?
I don't.
Or at least going to a Super Bowl?
I mean, and I think Travis Kelce is underrated too, what he does. And that's one of those things that wide receivers, I think, are actually overrated. Tight ends are underrated, but that's just me.
So you're saying CeeDee Lamb's overrated?
I'm just saying that the importance on a team, it's kind of like this. Think about like running backs. The best running backs that have had 2,000 yards.
Oh, yeah, they have.
Barry Sanders.
He was that team.
O.J. Simpson. You start going down the list. From the Rams, where the glasses and everything else. Eric Dickerson. All of the great running backs. The only one that I think that got 2,000 yards was the guy from Baltimore that actually got a ring. And we did a playground bill with them. I'm trying to remember the running back. But you can go about any of them. They're great. They've broken records, but they're not winning Super Bowls. You look at Adrian Peterson, another one who's got no playoff success. And on the flip side of that, with wide receivers, when Pat Mahomes is winning Super Bowls, he's not winning it with the best wide receivers in football. You look at Tom Brady. He ain't been winning them with it.
Gronk.
But you can look, exactly. You look at tight ends, when they had Hernandez and Gronk, who were the wide receivers? Didn't matter. The tight ends were great. You think about when Philly won it with theirs. You think about all of these great tight ends that are winning Super Bowls. It's not wide receivers. And it makes you wonder, should you pay a king's ransom for a wide receiver? I mean, Justin Jefferson is incredible, but I don't see them winning a Super Bowl anytime soon. They don't even have a quarterback right now.
I think they just drafted one.
They drafted one, J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know who the guy is.
Good luck with that. You're going to, we've had, 6 quarterbacks drafted in the first round this year. I'll be surprised if 2 of them are still starting in 3 years.
I mean, they already got Kirk Cousins' replacement in Atlanta.
Lou, I'm not. Hold up, Lou. I'm not trying to diminish what CeeDee Lamb has done in Dallas this year and his importance. But he is very, very important.
But the other thing too is I think they let him get that record too at the end.
But what I'm saying is
I'm not diminishing the rest of the record, but the last little bit of it, I think they gave it to him.
Okay, so I mean, let's say this: Justin Jefferson and their offense being incredible. How much success did it bring to the Minnesota Vikings with Justin Jefferson?
They haven't been good since before.
I mean,
before Kirk Cousins.
You can go through Devontae Adams. How much playoff success has Devontae Adams brought? And Tyreek Hill goes to Miami. How much better is Miami than they were before he went there? They're still not winning playoff games.
I mean, the Chiefs are good without him.
Right.
Look how they've been to at least they've been at least 3 Super Bowls.
Receivers don't win by themselves. You're right, but see, I think
who's throwing them the ball?
Honestly, here's an interesting thing that I believe, and I heard it someplace else. And I can't remember where I heard it. Is the closer you are to the ball, the more important you are. There's guys who don't get a whole lot of love that are really and truly key to the game. The offensive line, nobody thinks about it. Everybody thinks about, we got to have the wide receiver. If you don't have that offensive line that's keeping that quarterback upright, it doesn't matter who your wide receivers are. I remember when the Giants got, when they had Odell, they had Sterling Shepard, and they got Brandon Marshall. And I remember them saying, oh, my God, because this is like the last time that they were really good before the year before.
Yeah, they went to Green Bay.
You know, that was the year that they beat us in 2016.
Dak Prescott's rookie.
Right. They beat us twice.
With Eli Manning. And they got Brandon Marshall. They're like, oh, my God, that offense with Brandon Marshall and Sterling Shepard and they're going to be throwing the ball all over the place. You're not going to be able to stop them. And I said, but their offensive line is shit. Walker Wade in the house. It's a party now. Walker Wade in the house. And so that's where sometimes we look at things and we think that it's important and we miss the things that really are important. It's late. It's too late to severely improve this team. Well, I don't know that you severely need to improve it, Walker. If, Dan, and I don't know how much validity there is to it. I do know that Dan knows Stephen Jones really good. That he does have ties with Michael Irvin and some people and things like that. But they were talking about T. Higgins. I'd offer a second-round pick for T. Higgins because we always suck ass with second-round picks. He's going to make a difference on the team.
Oh, if T. Higgins, as opposed to what we were getting from Michael Gallup the last couple of years, T. Higgins' worst year is like 900 yards. Him as a number 3 wide receiver or number 2 wide receiver for us with Brandon Cooks, and if you get CeeDee Lamb whole, that would be a great way to spread the field out. Now, I'm not going to be like it was just a few minutes ago and said that, when the Giants brought in Brandon Marshall, but because the Cowboys have the basics of a great offensive line. You got 2 of the best guards in football right there. And I think Terrence Steele should rebound and be better than he was. We'll see how the rookies are. But if you have those 3 guys right there, it would be difficult for teams to put 8 men in the box. And you would be able to do some real quick hitting plays that are going to keep defenses honest. And if you can do that, that will actually help open up the running game for Zeke Elliott. See, that's where T. Higgins helps your running game and your passing game, and that would be a major improvement. And I dare say, if the Cowboys were to do something like that, that may actually take some of the pressure off. Because right now, we'll get to the D-line too, Walker Wade. We always fail because no D-line and 0 linebackers. Well, we've done a little bit better with linebackers. I'm concerned about what we're actually doing. Mozzie, it sounds like they want him around 315 pounds. And so
still coming back from the shoulder surgery. You don't know how much of the strength that he's gotten back. But that sounds like he's going to be a 3-tech. So my question is who's going to be the man in the middle? Who's the big wide body if they're going to keep him around 315? Lavelle Joseph, I've heard that name kind of talked around a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Mozzie Small. Joe Santo, no way. Chiefs do that trade. Dan Salio would say Mozzie Smith. Well, he kills Mozzie every week. Without great wide receivers like CeeDee Lamb, defenses will stack the box like they did early days in Dak's career. Real fan one, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that at all. You need all of the above, but see, you have to have the basics as well. You know, this is where having a better running back, because the question is are you better off having a better wide receiver or a better running back? Running back can get some yards and stuff sometimes without, and if you can start getting a running back that can start turning up some yards, it makes it easier on the wide receiver. But the way we're going to have to set up the run this year is going to be through the passing game. The passing game is going to have to set up the run, although that is what Mike McCarthy likes to do. Back to Stephen Jones, I think it's safe to say that Stephen Jones is in control of the Dallas Cowboys. Does that sound about right to you? You can say a lot of things about Stephen Jones. The one thing you can say about him is he doesn't bullshit you. He tells you flat out. You may not like his answers, but he is honest with you as far as what they're doing. Patrick Foley, if we got Higgins or Ayuk, that would be a steal, but you're not going to get either for less than a first and a third round pick. Well, here's the thing about T. Higgins, though, Patrick. Look at it this way. The way I look at it is for a trade, I'll give up money or I'll give up draft picks because it's hard to say I'm going to have to do both. The thing about Higgins is, here's the thing with Cincinnati that everybody knows. When Cincinnati franchise tags a player, they have never signed him to a contract. They have never. T. Higgins knows, hey, he is good with it. I'm signing the franchise tag. I'm going to take that money and I'm going to go elsewhere. So if you're Cincinnati right now, you're paying him $21 million for this season. 21. And at the end of the season, he walks. Are you better off if I ended up taking a second round pick and getting rid of that $21 million? Because that $21 million is a hard number. And if they ended up letting him go or trade him post June 1st, which it is after June 1st, that contract goes to the new team. So if I am Cincinnati, I may look at this and say, I can get a second round pick and $21 million. That actually sounds pretty good when you think about it. $21 million and I get a second round pick. What do you think? Would you take that?
Steven Jones ain't going for that.
I don't know.
He doesn't want a $21 million hit.
You could, but see, this goes back to they said they were all in. They just didn't say when they were going to go all in.
I don't see him picking up a $21 million contract.
Well,
year contract. I don't see it.
Here's what I'll say about this rumor, as opposed to somebody coming up with the grandiose trade ideas and things like that. Okay. I would say that this is, and that doesn't mean that the Cowboys do this. You hear them talking about the idea because you're going to play with all kinds of ideas.
Of course you are.
I mean, I play with ideas about, maybe I'm going to buy this machine or that machine for the workshop all the time. Right? Doesn't mean I'm going to go out and buy it. It's like, man, I'd like, what do you think about it, Mike? If we end up getting, another, the laser cutter and stuff and say, what do you think about that, man? That means we're talking about it. Doesn't mean we're going to necessarily go out and buy it, but you're kicking the tires on the idea, which means maybe you're thinking about it. You're actually trying to do something.
I would just wait until he's done.
But who's done?
With his contract this year, if he stays on the team.
Oh, T. Higgins?
Yeah, well, then try to pick him up.
Well, okay, but see, here's the thing. Remember, you're all in this year, right? You're in a position to blow it up next year. Why are you going to wait till next year? You know? This is all in. I'm just pointing out things that are possible. And if you end up doing CD, you do have some extra money. You will get another $9 million plus the 12. That gets you your money. Because I will say this, and if you do Dak Prescott, you'll probably get about 20 more. I'll say this much. If the Cowboys were to do that move, okay, if they were to do that move and go out and get a legitimate nose, a lights out, standout defensive lineman, that team would be really good. That team would be very, very, and then let's get real crazy. Add another running back. You do those three moves, you got to look at that and say you're just as talented as anybody else.
Yeah, regular season talent.
See,
regular season. I don't get hyped for the playoffs.
Okay, you know what's sad? Everybody, this is what's actually really sad now.
Was it 95 or 96? Was the last time we went to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
I don't remember which year, if it was 95 or 96 season.
Here's what's sad is this is actually good news. Steven Jones he's not bullshitting you on this one, that they are actually trying to sign them.
Well, he doesn't. Okay? He normally doesn't bullshit you. That's Jerry Jones.
Yeah, but it could have been that, you got to understand that we don't have any money to sign these guys, and so
that's Jerry Jones for you.
We're just going to have to just roll the dice and see. He could be saying that.
That's Jerry Jones, though.
Okay,
that says that bull.
But what I tell you is Jerry Jones is like the dog races where they have the electric rabbit that runs around and the dogs go to chase him. Okay, that's Jerry Jones. All the reporters and everybody's chasing Jerry Jones and what he says. This guy is the one that you actually have to listen to, because he's the one that's actually going to tell you what's actually going on. When he says we believe in our own guys and they don't go out and sign anybody else, it's exactly what he said. So when he says we've got conversations, then that's positive. But unfortunately, we have gotten to the point where even when we get something positive, we're like, fuck it. They're not going to do anything.
Or they're overpay guys.
What if?
That's what people say.
What if it's actually like, I can't remember what figure in history that it was, but he said, don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes. Or if you think about like all the Star Trek movies, here it is, the Enterprise is coming in and they're waiting there. Captain, we're in range. Captain, we got it locked on. Captain. And he's just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then all of a sudden, at the last second, fire, boom. What if that's what Steven Jones and Jerry Jones are doing? That they've literally played dead all this off season, biding their time, letting everybody else spend all their money, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom! Scared you, didn't I? I scared y'all, didn't you? Ward family, what's up? And that's when they finally start making some moves. Now, we heard there was a rumor that they're going to bring in Michael Thomas, who hasn't had a good year since Drew Brees left New Orleans. Okay?
Oh, Michael Thomas.
Wide receiver. Oh, he's had some serious.
Yeah,
but now wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Understand, he had Andy Dalton throwing to him for a couple of those years, and then Jameis Winston. Okay, and then Derek Carr.
Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Andy Dalton.
Exactly. So you can't judge what Michael Thomas was doing with Andy Dalton throwing it to him, right? Yeah, we know Dak Prescott is better than those guys. He'll elevate him more than that. But I don't need him to be a 1,200-yard wide receiver. I need him to be better than Michael Gallup was. That's what I need. If I could get that kind of production on the field now, if I can get more than 400 yards out of my number 3 wide receiver, I'm golden. I see. You are the typical Cowboy fan right now.
You are just literally burned the F out right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
They have literally abused your loyalty. They have stolen your thunder. And just literally, it's like, what the hell ever? It's like you don't care anymore. You've got no passion for them anymore.
I really don't.
And see, and unfortunately, I'm that dude that keeps them in the money.
But see,
because I fall for this shit every time.
But see, that it'll change when we start winning.
I want a legit D tackle, running back, wide receiver. That would be nice. Also with the big D line. I'm with you, Glimmer, man. Philly D in the house. What's up, Philly? Lola, let me know when you have a playoff run with. Philly D, again, what the hell are you Eagle fans doing here? This is a Cowboys party. Get a life.
You only have one Super Bowl.
Jalen Tolbert is a better option than Michael Thomas. That remains to be seen yet.
I mean, he did play better.
Surge.
He did play better last year, but we just have to wait and see.
Dwayne Sweeney, why should we listen? It's been 30 years. Whoa, man. Can't have passion for losing. At least the 49ers are built to win. Yeah, but it's funny, though, Triple Aces. When we talk about winning Super Bowls, it's been longer for the San Francisco 49ers.
They won a Super Bowl the year before us.
That's right.
With Sanders.
I'll just drink those 49er cheers right there.
With Sanders. With Deion Sanders.
I love you guys, Twist Digga. Just stop. Every year, Mark believes. You know what? I still believe in Santa Claus, too. I do. Don't you?
Hey, even Browns fans believe. They're
So, damn, Mark, I ain't doing nothing. Why? Let's see. Can we have passion for us losing? Okay. Patrick Foley, Michael Thomas would be great in the red zone threat, and that's about it. You know what, Patrick Foley? I'll take that. You know, and let me say this much, Patrick. Here's one thing about New England, okay? New England.
Oh,
what?
Don't no.
What? Reeve S, how are you doing? What do you know?
You still harping on that game?
On what game? What, we have a 49er fan?
Still talking about that game when they murdered us.
Oh, well, you know how the bang bang Niner gang is, okay?
Hey.
They're getting bang bang.
Wait, what y'all did last time y'all went to the Super Bowl? Lost.
If it makes you feel better, Niners gang, okay, have fun.
Yeah.
One thing New England used to do was they brought in players. Some of the players they may only need it for 15, 20 plays. And the thing is when they would lose players, they weren't going from like Tyron Smith to Chaz Green.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And see, this is
Chaz Green got somebody paid, and I think he went to the Patriots.
Oh yeah, Claiborne, I think.
He got six. He got 6 tackles because that man
6 sacks in that one game.
No, he got more than 6. I think it was 7.
He got 6.
No, he got 6 on Chaz Green. They got another one on somebody else.
He got paid. I think it was Cleveland he went to, but he got a fat contract because it literally had a season worth of sacks in one game.
That's right.
But that's part of the problem with the Cowboys is we have great talent. You know, you can't say that Diggs isn't one of the best cornerbacks in football. But if you only have him for 2 games, it doesn't do any good. Zeke Elliott used to be one of the best backs in football. But when he hyperextends his knee or has a PCL injury in his knee, which are the injuries he had back-to-back 2 seasons, and you get to playoffs, it's not the same guy. And you don't have somebody else to take that spot. When you end up going out there and you have CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, and a wide receiver, Michael Gallup, on one leg, and you got guys like Dennis Houston, I don't know that is he still in the league? You're not going to be able to compete with some of these other teams.
I mean, Michael Gallup didn't show up until the playoffs. He was the only one.
He got a fat 1-year money and was gone. Yeah. Hey, Glenn, man, I ain't mad at him. You know, make that money while you can. I done my research. It's true. ESPN won't tell you that. won't tell us what killed off you. My VHS bowl is 1 year younger than yours. You mean older, bro. Older. It was 94. We got ours 95. Now, when he got paid, Zeke got fat. Oh, Zeke did get fat and lazy. But that was, you know what? That wasn't Zeke's fault.
Yeah.
That was Steven. That was this guy's fault for overpaying a running back after year 4. I love pre-area cap fans when they played the field wasn't level. You guys remember the Trayvon Austin signing? That was a waste of nothing. Oh, we've had so many of those. You could say Alan Hearns, Trayvon Austin. What was the guy who was sleeping with Zeke's accuser? Martin Holman signed Dak, find a way to restructure his contract for Lamb. And either sign Micah next year or trade him for picks and grab a legit running back and D tackle. Shout out to Martin Holman. The thing here is, if you sign CD Lamb, you will save money this year, next year. That's what people don't seem to understand. Everybody keeps saying, find the money to pay CD. You'll get money with CD. That's why I don't understand why that cap boy hasn't gotten it done. Same thing with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott will give you some cap relief for this year. I'm going to try and see the Eagles versus Packer game. Okay. I'm going to be Eagles and Cowboys in Dallas. Do you want to go to that game? You don't want to go to Dallas? Okay.
You know what this year is? Get right. Get right.
Mark's been hanging out with Salio too much. Oh, jeez. Well, now that you mentioned that, we are supposed to be getting together at Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Philly 500, but he had other obligations.
Okay.
Yeah, he's scared to meet you.
He's got some personal things that he has to take care of. Okay.
I'll give him a pass this year, but he got to make it up next year.
And that's exactly what he said. If I give him a pass this year,
but you always give him.
It's kind of like what their GM has done as far as contracts. Give him a pass this year, and we'll throw it off to next year, and we'll worry about it next year.
So you've been giving him a pass all this time.
I'm not hitting him that hard this year because he's got.
I said before this year.
He's got legitimate things.
No, I said before this year. I said before this year.
Before this year, he was just a chicken shit. Okay, but we've had a conversation.
No, we're good.
And we've worked some shit out. Okay.
I am not a smart man. And after reading all the things that I've been reading about the Eagles today, I am even dumber than I was this morning. That's right. It is getting harder and harder to calculate the calculations of the cornbread because I can't do math and I can't remember numbers. I'm getting really dumb. And I'm already dumb. But that's just the way it is.
How can you give a guy like that a hard time?
He's talking about cornbread.
He's not real. He's getting dumb. Okay, let's leave Philly alone. Hey Jeff, how are you doing? King Deanbat. Jets want to trade Reddick. Okay, fleecing season. That's okay. They can hold on to Hassan and dig up another
Patrick
Foley. You need a true shot caller at linebacker and D tackle to clog up the middle of the defense. A one wide receiver and a true running back stud on offense. Patrick Foley, I'm not disagreeing with you, but the Cowboys figure they can do more with less. And I will say one thing too about the Cowboys. We always have a couple of players that come out of nowhere that nobody really thought much about that all of a sudden become players. Be it bottom tier free agents that we've signed, because like Jaron Kearse, when we signed him, nobody was like, oh my God, we got Jaron Kearse, because he had only had like 40 tackles in his best season. But with the Cowboys, he ended up becoming, really being really good. You think about Malik Hooker, who might be a little bit in the doghouse with, of course, Micah Parsons. But when Malik Hooker was signed, coming off of the Achilles tear,
Nobody was really that excited about him, but he's had staying power for the 3 years he's been here, and the contract money that they paid him, that guy's been a great value. And, I'm not here to toot Stephen Jones's horn, but that was actually a great signing right there. And so you start looking at some of the players that we've gotten, like Terrence Steele, who was undrafted rookie free agent, who's, earned a big contract. Well, hopefully he gets back to where he was for the injury. They do find some players that do play better in some cases than some high price ringers that we all wish that we had signed. We wanted to sign Von Miller. Remember, he was basically, hanging out with DeMarcus Ware, and basically saying, "What's up, Cowboys? What's up?" How great a season, 2 seasons has he had? Not real good. He took a whole lot of money from Buffalo and basically did nothing. So, in some regard, maybe we're giving them more shit than they deserve. I don't know. There it is. I love weed, man. What's going on, man? Bang, bang, no sweets for you. Them and the Packers. Eagles in the NFC Championship is not realistic. I have to agree with you on that one. Niners fan, you're over here beating the drum on us. What's going on with Ayuk? It doesn't seem like he's going to be a happy camper.
No, he is.
I've heard some rumors that Debo might be traded instead. 32-9 hurt season, baby. Okay. We got jokes tonight. Yeah, once the Bills got hurt and didn't play for the rest of the year. Went to the Bills. Right, he went to the Bills and
I think he got injured.
He did. He stayed injured.
Hey, that's cool.
But we've seen a lot of big name free agents. You can talk about Randy Gregory was a big name free agent. Everybody killed us for not re-signing him.
Well, no,
right?
he went somewhere else for the same contract, basically.
I mean, it's
he basically went to Denver for the same contract we're offering him.
And guess what? He did zero. For the year and a half he was there, he didn't do squat. San Francisco picked him up. He got a couple of sacks and stuff, and then he's gone again.
Yeah, and then he went to the Super Bowl. He's gone again.
He's literally now a journeyman.
Yeah, but at least
defensive line.
At least he could say he went to the Super Bowl.
Well, this is true. And probably got high there.
Yeah, because it's legal.
Niners getting their not realistic receivers on the trading block. Laugh out loud. Lions would beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Niners were a waste of space. Ooh, we're getting ugly up in here. Burns lost 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 years. Bottom line is Steven can't be trusted to make the right decision. Well, Ray, there's a little problem with that. You say he can't be trusted. Well, it doesn't really matter. They own the team. Like it or not, he's going to do whatever he thinks wants to do. They own the team. And the only thing we can do is accept that and understand it's going to be what it's going to be, or find another team. I'm too old to change. Maybe you're younger and you can. Ray, it's not Stephen Jones. It's a salary cap. Actually,
no, it's Stephen Jones.
It's mistakes. Here's the thing.
He'll play the salary cap.
This problem of paying Dak Prescott did not start this year. This problem goes way back 15 years ago when they signed guys like Jay Ratcliffe and Terrence Newman. They literally overpaid Marion Barber. They gave him a 7-year, $53 million contract in 2007, which was unheard of for a running back. For a guy who wasn't a full-time starter at running back, and his style of play, was not something that was sustainable. But they signed him. They signed Miles Austin, Mr. Rubber Bands for Hamstrings, after one good year, and ended up having dead money and losing. And what the problem was is, after they kept making these mistakes, they kept restructuring contracts. D. Ware's, Tony Romo's,
Tyron Smith. They kept borrowing money and kicking it down the road over and over and over again. And then next year, here it is. We're in cap hell. Let's restructure some more contracts to get down under. Then they make more bad, deals like Jalen Smith and Michael Gallup and La'el Collins and stuff. And they eat that dead money. Then they borrow some more money. And so these things have compounded year after year after year, every single year. You're blaming Dak Prescott, which is the symptom, as opposed to dealing with the illness, which is the Dallas Cowboys suck at doing contract and managing the cap. Had your players crying all offseason. Speaking of 19 points, 42-19. Miles Austin was exciting that first year. Oh, he was great. But he always had hamstring issues, and they decided, that's okay. We're still going to sign him to a big contract. You swear 42-19 was the bowl. How hypocritical. Man. Wait. We're about to get ready to get out of here. But how crazy is it, Mike, that we've got 49er fans coming here and trolling Eagles?
No, don't they have it?
What the hell is that?
Doesn't the 49ers have a channel?
I mean, Eagle fans.
I don't remember the guy's name, but it's a brother that does the 49ers stuff.
Eagle fans.
Is he on vacation or something?
Hold on. Eagle fans.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No. They suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you.
Is Dan Salino on vacation?
Jalen Carter, they shit on you.
Niner fans are shitting on you guys.
They have shit on you. Don't you hear me, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter? They shit on you. Kill them.
Oh my goodness! Did he say they cock it on them? Oh my God! 49er fans are coming in here and shitting on Eagle fans.
I guess that's what they do.
Oh my God! All right. Well, good people. It is 10 o'clock. It's past my bedtime. And everybody who super chatted, come Monday, this one right here. This is autographed by Randy White. We'll be giving away this one either Sunday or Monday to one of you great fans. I've got a whole bunch of these that are autographed because I need to do this one before training camp too. Since it's the return of Diggs. That one's signed by Diggs right there. Let's see.
Return of the day.
Oh, man, this one. Whew.
Return of the day.
I'm afraid that you're not going to see him doing too many more autograph signing shows. Tony Dorsett.
He wasn't there the last couple of years.
Yeah, the last time I saw him was at Hall of Fame, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen those. The ones I went with you.
Ed Too Tall Jones, too. So we have a bunch, and I know I've got Michael Irvin over there. And
a whole bunch of, I don't know.
Who else did we get? Michael Irvin and
Charles.
Yeah. Oh, Charles Haley. We got Charles Haley and Michael.
Another one we got.
No, it was only two we got the other day.
Oh, that's right, because he didn't show up. The tight end.
Right.
He canceled.
Yep. Jay Novacek.
Jay Novacek.
All right, good people. Yes, Tony Dorsett. So we're going to be working on giving those things away between now and the beginning of the season. So 33 is my favorite player. Yeah, that one's priceless because, Tony Dorsett has got some health issues and things, and I don't know how many more.
There's this guy down here. He's got a Cowboys
autograph shows.
What's going on with that thing?
Hit the wrong one there. I don't know how many more autograph signing shows he'll be doing in the future and things. And that's where I always go to the autograph signing shows because you just never know when guys aren't going to be there anymore and stuff. In fact, I want to say it's going to be just before I go to training camp. There's one of you guys, I can't remember your name right now, but he had sent me, he's a channel member, okay? And let me say, channel members, I need to repost it. If you are a channel member, we actually have a new site, and Tracy is going to be doing some shirts and stuff, and we're going to be doing some giveaways for channel members and things, some special stuff for you guys. But you need to go to the community tab, and there's a link in there for members only, so that way she can get your contact information, so that way we know where to send you guys stuff and let you guys know. But this guy has a bunch of Dallas Cowboys stuff, and he's downsizing. They're getting a home that his father can come live with him because he's getting older and stuff, and so he's downsizing a lot of his Cowboys gear, and so he wanted to give it. He's like, I got a whole bunch of stuff. He said, I want to find good homes for a lot of this Cowboys paraphernalia.
Let me know what he got.
Oh, he's got all kinds of stuff. They're like the little collectible action figures and stuff of some of the Cowboys from back in the day. I think there's an autographed Tom Landry something that's in there. I mean, it's like a lot of stuff. He's a truck driver. And so
did he actually get a sign by Tom Landry, or did he?
Tracy's got pictures of all of it on the site.
Did he actually get a sign by Tom Landry?
I don't know if he did or not, or if it's just a signed piece.
That's worth some money.
Well, I know. I mean, we got a football that's up here. That one's signed by Tom Landry, and the banner's signed by Tom. When I take the dirt nap, all that stuff is yours.
If he actually got that signed by Tom Landry, and he could.
Well, that one's authenticated over there, so we can take that one and compare it to this one. I seen
that when the Cowboys had their what do you call it? When they had their when they hosted, what was it, the draft?
Yeah,
they had an autographed Tom Landry football that they wanted $700 for, and it was authenticated.
They offered me $1,000 for that banner.
So if that's worth $700. It's probably if it's authenticated, it could probably be worth more.
I know.
So I was like,
I know that one. That one is, and this is an old football too. That's why I keep it in the case. And now somebody's probably going to come in here and bust in and try to steal.
Ain't no one coming in here.
But so we're going to be giving away a bunch of that stuff too, because we need to have it go to a nice something. Help me, Rhonda Sparks. What's going on? I've been freaking you out, popping in on your parties and stuff on there. The way she lights up like a Christmas tree, she is literally like the sun rising. Boom, just pop it up and stuff when I come in and say, "Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing?" So I appreciate that. It's great to see you and Michael together. You know what, Woody Mac, I agree with you, man. It's like, man, there's nothing like family, and it's actually been great to have Mike here. He's been it's been 3 years with you and Gina.
Well, beginning of July.
Wow. So
sitting right here.
Yeah,
about 3 weeks ago.
And
3 years.
Surprisingly, Eastside Harold, the one who got you guys together, ain't here.
Of course he's not.
And that talk about the worst drought in the Cowboys is insane. Cap era is cuss words, Cowboys and winners. Niners all damn day decide to troll the Eagles on a Dallas channel. He goes to bed thinking about SmackDown. Eagles did. Okay. All right. So 49er fan, I don't know what you're going to do the rest of the evening and stuff, but you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, because we are going to call it a night. And don't forget, Sunday afternoon, 5:00, we'll have our members call-in show, of course, because that's what we do. And we'll be either giving away the Randy White one then or Monday night. And I haven't been here in so long, I can't find where is Turn Out the Lights.
Turn out the lights.
I see. Oh, goody.
Oh, good.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh.
The Commanders, of course, their president has
I saw
removed.
that. I heard that.
All right, good people.
Down.
I appreciate y'all. Peace out.
Yeah, I did see that.
The party's over. They say that all.
Rhonda, go get it, girl.
And Oliver.
Call it tonight. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.